What's good? What's good? What's good, YouTube? It's your girl Nick coming to you right quick and fast with some talks about a new show that I'm watching. I do watch the TV show Sisters, Tyler Perry's show on BET. So as you all know, if you watch his other shows, you all know about the character Zach and the character Fatima and the whole thing. Everybody fell in love with them as a couple on the show. And he went on and gave them their own spinoff called Zatima. And the episodes were released today on BET Plus. So I said, let me check it out and see what it's giving. I've been a fan of DeVal Ellis, who plays Zach, um, for some years now. I really like him and his wife together as a team, you know. Um, I've been following them since they still live. I mean, since they still lived in Brooklyn, and when they only had the two boys. And then came Kaz, and then we got little Dakota with his cute self walking around with Kadeen's whole face. But anyway, Zatima, let's get into it. I've only watched one episode so far. Maybe I'll come and talk to you guys after I watch a few episodes and then come back. You know what I mean? Kind of like break it up like that. If I'm gonna continue to talk about the show and see how well this little chat does, and then that'll be it. So the episode starts out with Fatima in her place. We see it's basically empty. She's packed up to move her things and to move in with Zach at the house that he purchased. Um, so they go. She moves her things over there, whatever. Then we see Zach. We see Fatima meeting up with her girls, and I'm so mad that one of the actresses, I can't think of her name right now, but I followed her on Instagram. She's a BBW or plus size curvy model. I want to say her name starts with a Z in real life, her real name. But she plays one of Fatima's homegirls. So Fatima has her and another little chocolate homegirl. They talking back and forth. Fatima, they talk saying, we haven't seen you in a while. So this is when she lets them know she been seeing somebody's getting serious, and they actually moved in. The One of the friends, she all for it. She thinks it's a great idea. She lets them know that she's been talking to this guy for the last few weeks, and it's going good with him too. And the only thing is, he's not black. She's stepping outside of the box and dating outside of her race. So the one friend, she kind of like negative about it or whatever. And Fatima's like, well, you know what? The friends say when are they gonna meet her new boo? So she was like, you know what? I'm gonna let y'all meet him. We're gonna have dinner at our new spot, and y'all can come over and meet him. So they like, all right, cool. So then we see Zach with his homeboys, and they are all at that same basketball court that they showed on Sisters playing hooping. So it's two black guys and one Asian guy. The one Asian guy, his name's Jake. I'm guessing his name's Jake. And later on in the episode, we find out that Fatima doesn't like him because he works for somebody she don't like. And then that's when they mentioned Gary. So I'm like, all right. So they swapping out the role they took on Tyler Perry's Sisters. Jake is either a biracial or just light skinned, nice eyes, pretty curly hair, black guy. On here, the character is Asian. And they talk and they discussing, like, they all single guys except for one of them. Like, the Jake guy talks about that he met a new girl he's dating, and she black. And at this point, I said, oh God, he's the guy that Fatima's friend is dating. That's what I just automatically guessed. Then one of the guys is married with kids, and he's all like, man, don't do it. Cause what happens after you move in with somebody? You get married. So they have their whole childish discussion, and I said, these men are so immature. Next thing you know, the one that's married talking all kinds of stuff, and they trying to get him to shut up, cause his wife then walked up behind him, and she can hear what he's saying. She like I ain't even going front. She emasculates him and tell him he can sit in the back with the kids since he left her at home with the kids all day by herself, and he got a nerve to go after work or whatever and go play, hoop with his homeboys instead of coming home and helping her out and relieving her from being with the kids all day. So he gets in the car and they shouting to him or whatever. The friend tells Zach, the Jake guy or the Jake character, he tells Zach, no, Zach tells him that Fatima want to have dinner with the friends or whatever. No, that didn't happen. They talk or whatever, and then the scene goes to Zach in the house chilling. Fatima come in his cute little dress. She come in from, having been hanging out with the girls. He asked her how it went. She said fine, cool. She want to have dinner. And she was like, I want to paint first before I invite them over here. Because I want to make it more me in here. It's all about you in here. So he like, all right, whatever. So then she said, you tired? He like, no. She stand up and she looked back at him, like giving him the eye, like, she said, come on. He like, what? You gonna think you gonna get me to paint right now? She said, no, remember what you promised me? He throws her over his shoulder, hops up the steps, and I was just like, Lord, that's what I'm looking for. I want a man to throw me over his shoulder too. Pick me up and run up the steps with me while I'm over his shoulder. Not necessarily, him in particular, but he's a good looking guy, whatever, but I like him chocolate with a beard. I do. I like chocolate with a beard. But anyway, he picks her up, throws her over his shoulder, and then we get this scene of facing the place. Zach facing the place. I said, I was looking down for a. Sorry, y'all, we were really interrupted by my mother calling me to help her figure out how to do her schoolwork. Thank the Lord she's at the end. She's a senior. She's had like three computer classes, intro to computer literacy. She done had like a class that focused on Microsoft Office Suite. She's had a class focused on Excel spreadsheets, and she's still not grasping it, y'all. Pray for me. But anyway, back to what we was getting into before I was really interrupted and cut off. The scene of Zach doing downtown. That's the way to my love. Take it round and round. Oh, you can't stop till you find my love. Oh, downtown. Am I aging myself by singing SWV? I mean, that song was out when I was still in high school, maybe middle school. I don't remember. But, because I'm way younger than, well, not way, but I am younger than those ladies. But anyway, that's what Zach was doing. I said, ooh, Tyler is taking all kinds of liberties with this show since it's on BT Plus, and you can kind of like pretty much do whatever. Because they've had them two have had steamy scenes on the Sisters TV show, but nothing like this with the face in the place. And I want to say we saw a face in the place with the little finger action going too. I was just like, ooh, okay. Oh, okay. So, they finish up that scene, and, Fatima gets up, says she gotta go to work or whatever. And then, she gets dressed for work. He's outside. She come outside. And then the outside look a little different from how it looked on the show. So I'm guessing it's another set or they just fixed it up different. Because the outside looked different. Just a tad bit different than it looked on Sisters. It's like two it's like doors right here in the center, then a driveway here and a driveway here. And I could have sworn on Sisters it was the doorway was kind of like a rectangle go up like this on one side and the driveway on this one side right here. So I was just like, So she was telling Zach she ready to go to work. She was like, but where's my car? And he was like, "That go your car right there." He bought her a new car with a convertible, whatever it was. It was nice. She said whatever it was her dream car. They kissed. She said she gonna see him later. They gonna have the dinner where he meets her friends and stuff like that. Or they introduce where she's introducing him to her friends. She was like, but I gotta make a stop before I get off of work. And they discuss getting the baby, the girl who claims she got Zach baby, and she put him down. She put him on the birth certificate and trying to take him for child support, and he got arrested on sisters. Yeah, she said that she gonna speak to that girl because they're gonna get her to well, no, they had already set up that they was gonna do a DNA test to see if that child is his. And he was like, and the one with Karen, we still not sure yet, so you can't say she my baby mom just yet because it could be mine's or Aaron's. They kiss, she pulls off. His friend rose up and was like, this is when we find out that the Asian guy is playing the part of Jake from Sisters. Cause he rolled up and was like, yeah, I'm here to give you a heads up. Somebody in office of the SEC said, I got word that somebody gonna be visiting you, asking you some questions. And I mean, I know you know your stuff, but you wanna go over some responses or things they might potentially ask you. And Zach was like thanking him so much, like, yo, you good looking out. So they talk a little bit more about the young lady he's met. And Zach was like, they gonna come tomorrow, which is good. I don't want to go back to jail. He said maybe I should have never took that money or whatever. Zach asked him, did the senator's wife, did she talk? And the guy's like, he's not for sure. Um, they said that they was gonna go in the house and work on these questions or whatever. And the guy also mentions that Zach mentioned that he was having dinner with his girlfriend's friends that night, and the guy was like, "Oh, I gotta do something similar to that too tonight." And then that's when he confirmed that what I thought was right, that her friend is dating him. So we see Fatima go to this. We see a scene at the club. Girl standing there, pretty brown skin girl in a lime green get up. They at the club, of course. It's the club. We see Fatima walk up in there, and the girl in the green, she giving Fatima a hard way to go or whatever, and the guy bouncer like, no, she cool, don't mess with her, she cool or whatever. So Fatima goes up to the supposed baby mama and was asking her like, so do you think you ready to take this? You want to get this DNA test done? And the girl like getting slick out the mouth like and Fatima tells her, you only got, I don't want to have to wait for the courts. So we can do this easy. I work for a law firm or whatever. And the girl gets slick out the mouth again. And Fatima was like, yeah, she said, yeah, when he paid that child support, I get, and then I have the money to pay for a DNA test. And Fatima was like, no, we could get it done earlier. Because the only reason you got that child support order is because you signed his name on the birth certificate and ran down there or whatever and did what you had to do to get that order put through real quick. But I know some people and I work for a really good law firm. I got this. And the girl said something slick, stood up, laughed in Fatima's face. Fatima said, oh, you one of them. You about it. Then she took the girl by the back of her neck and banged her head into the fucking wall and was like, all right, then now, tomorrow at 6, you gonna be at Zach's place so we can do this DNA test, right? And the girl was looking stupid and was like, yeah, yeah. And I'm thinking to myself, I mean, I know everybody that work in the strip club, not homegirls, but I know damn well they ain't letting some random girl that they don't know come run up in there or walk up in there and assault somebody that they dance with on a regular basis. Like, would it really work like that? Would the bouncer that's like in the room or standing nearby, would he allow that to go down? That was like, no. And then how the girl got all that bark, and then when Fatima do that, she don't do nothing back. She just acting scared and like gives her the okay. So then we see Fatima and Zach in the house. They fixing the house up for her friends to come over. They dressed up. He got on a suit. She got on like a satin material. I can't tell if it's a two piece, but it's like or a one piece, but it's a cute little set. It's the skirt flares. It's like a circle skirt because it moves with her when she walks. And then the top, you know those top with the billowy sleeves and cinched at the wrist. That's what she had on. They fix the table up. They hear the doorbell ring. There goes to answer the door, and it's the friend that started recently dating a new guy. So she comes in, and then that's when the homeboy come in, and you can tell the guy was so ready to say his lines because he, like, while they was doing the greeting or whatever, and they were saying their lines, he hurry up and blurt it out. Yeah, we figured it out in the house, and we said we gonna come over here, and I didn't call you. I already knew. We figured it out that she was your friend. I mean, she was the friend of Fatima and all that, and this and that or whatever. And Zach was like, okay, cool. Fatima was looking kind of like side eye, and Zach was like, what's up with that? Like, you don't like my homeboy? And she was just like, no, I don't like who he worked for, who he worked with. Cause she was like he do hedge fund, and she said yeah with Gary, and we all know Gary is Andy's ex, crazy ass. Then next thing you know, they sitting down there talking, getting to know one another. We hear the bell ring again. Zach goes to open the door. He like, oh shit, slams the door. It's the other homegirl, right? And I'm thinking to myself, now how does him and this homegirl know each other for him to slam that door in her face? I for real thought that she was, well, no, because if she was related to Karen, Fatima would have known that already. So that could never be it. But anyway, he slammed the door in her face, and she like, hey, somebody at the door. I mean, Fatima's like, somebody at the door, right? What are you doing? Open the door. Let him in. It's probably my own girl. And he lets her in. She walk in, and the girl like, I know this not the dude you dating. And Fatima like, what? What happened? And the friend was like, we smashed. I was like, oh crap. And Zach just sitting there looking dumb. And the episode goes off. I would say it's a decent start. One thing I do like about this, in comparison to the other Tyler Perry shows like The Oval and Sisters, right now the dialogue is not as repetitive as it is on those two shows, and the dialogue between the characters did allow the story to move on. They didn't take a long time for us to get to the point of these people and the parts they play and who they connected to. You get what I'm saying? Like, I like that part because this last season of Sisters, it was one episode that pissed me off so bad. It was the episode where Andy first went up to that freaking apartment. I mean, the penthouse that Gary paid for. And all the girls came over there. And so did Fatima. And it took the whole episode for Karen to finally say to the girls that she's pregnant. And it was like, y'all took the whole episode to give us, basically, y'all took about, because if it's an hour on TV with commercials and everything, what is that, like 42 minutes, 43 minutes or so? 43 minutes for y'all to give us 2 minutes of real dialogue. Wait, well, not dialogue, but to give us the gist of what the episode was about. Like, y'all took he really took 43 minutes for her to say this one little thing. And it pissed me off to no end because the story didn't go nowhere that whole episode until the end when she just finally came out and said it to the girls that she was pregnant. I was just like, but anyway, I don't know. Depending on how good this do on my channel, um, I might review this show. It'll give me another little something to review. Because right now, the only show I'm talking about on here is the Game of Thrones. I mean, is the House of the Dragon. Alright, guys, that was it. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe buttons on your way in or on your way out. Thank you to anybody who's clicked my video and gave me a few minutes of your time and watched. Even if you didn't watch the whole thing, I still appreciate you giving it a chance. Get in the comments and let me know if you watch any of the Tyler Perry shows that are on right now. To me, it's like, it's just entertainment. because I know he's not gonna give me all the things. And you know, it's like you either love, either you like or you don't like Tyler's writing. You know what I mean? But thank you to anybody who clicked the video and watched it. Click the like button, get in the comments, and tell me if you watch his shows. If you don't, why not? And we could talk about this episode here, this first episode of Zatima. Like I said, I just watched the first one. That was it. I'm gonna go ahead and finish this. I don't know if I'm gonna binge watch it this weekend or whatever, but I just wanted to watch the first episode to see what it was giving tonight. Thank you for all the people who have subscribed to my channel already. I really appreciate it. I appreciate the comments that you leave below the videos when you do leave them or whatever. And I see y'all in the next thing. Peace.